Hello everyone, this is Waldorf,
And this is Statler.
and we're looking at Battle Report 49 today. This is Orcs and Goblins versus my old friends, the Ogre
The Ogre
Cons.
Cons. Con.
Can't seem to get away from these guys.
Yeah.
Well, there's three of our players that play
And
Ogre.
say that like a 30-year
What's that?
a 30-year club
Yeah,
have
exactly.
this army.
And so, two of the guys are guys that are fairly regular.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And they play quite often.
yeah, that too.
Yeah.
This was as hobbies. This was my last practice game before Battle Cry tournament. So what do we got? Let's see. Moving on. Orcs and Goblins. This is my final list. Yes.
Are you sure?
I wasn't sure at first, but now I'm starting to look through this, and yes, this is it. Strength. Yeah, okay. This is my final list. Orc war boss on a boar, my general, sword of strength, talisman of supreme shielding, and the heavy armor that gives you the -1 to be hit, distracting. Feral orc on a war boss. Feral orc on a war boss. Feral orc war boss on a wyvern
Didn't know they went that way.
with plates of tuck tech, axe of the orc apocalypse.
There you go.
A porcalypse. Shield, potion of swift. I switched out and gave him the potion of swiftness.
So apocalypse and being on the war boss would make some sense. But
Yes.
okay.
Feral Orc Chief, who's the BSB, riding a boar. Didn't do it that time. Bronze breastplate, great weapon, and a shield. I understand the shield and the great weapon kind of conflict, but
For shooting.
my guy's always wandering into
Yes.
Somehow, my guy always finds his way out of a bunker.
Yes.
Two cave goblin
Why protect him in
chiefs.
a bunker when you can risk him?
I don't see any problem with that.
Yeah.
Again, this army kind of evolved into the Noah army, the 2x2,
Yes. The no work.
the Newark army.
No work.
Two cave goblin chiefs on Nashers with shields and lances. One has the Pan of Protection pension. The other has the Crown of Scorn. 2 units of 6 common orc boar riders, standards, musicians, light lance and shield. 36 and 37 common orcs with standard musician, bow and spear. No champs. And 2 units of 5 goblin wolf rider, goblin
no point
raiders.
champs in those units.
No, I don't think so. Light lance, throwing weapons and shields.
No
2
command?
gargantulas. No, not at all.
Okay.
I used to take the musician all the time when it was +1 to rally, but
Yeah, you don't need a musician anymore.
without the +1 to rally, I
I
don't.
kind of
do
like the standards now.
it. I kind of like. Well, the musician can come in handy because it gives the guy a -1
Yes.
march test, but anyway.
And the Swiss reform doesn't matter because they're fast cavalry. But yeah, I like the
Correct.
standards because those +1s start adding up.
They do.
Yeah.
It's a good point, but they're not supposed to be fighting anything that need combat
Yeah.
res. Not that that means anything against when I'm running them, but I'm just saying they're not supposed to. Oops. I didn't clean that up. All right.
Yes.
The Ogre
It's a
Cons.
very professional OgreCon list.
Yes. He had a great con, the General. Oh, look at that. The Hellfist. Crown of
I
Scorn.
don't know why to take that item.
Mammoth Hide Cloak. Pretty much a standard build until we get to the Axe Breaker.
Yeah.
Most people don't use. Most people go with always hit on 3 items or
Right.
the great or the multi-wound weapon. 7 tribesmen with full command, Iron Fist, and the skull that's immune to terror.
They're taking all those Iron Fists. Why would you take that item?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they have Iron Fists. I don't know why the Hell Fist is in here. 2 units of 4 tribesmen with champions and Iron Fists.
Oh, 2 of 4, not a 3. Interesting.
Yeah, he. I was talking to him about this, and his idea was to run them 3 wide, 3 with a guy in the back, and that way, if he got into something really scary character, he could challenge with his champion, get
Right.
butchered, and still be steadfast.
Yeah.
That was his idea with 4 instead of 3.
Okay.
Not bad. I don't know how it did for him.
Yeah.
Anyway, 3 Tusker Cav, musician standard light armor, Iron Fists again with the ether icon, mercenary veterans, full command, banner speed. Look at that, Iron Fists again.
Yeah.
He went with poison and swift stride. I am not a fan of this build. The poison part of it, at least.
Not with the Spidey guys. Yeah,
But they do have a ton of attacks.
they do.
So, anyway. 3 units of 3 bombardiers with musicians. And Rock.
Rock. Bombardiers.
Bombardiers.
Best shooters in the game for the points.
They are really good for the points. All right. And my guy, I did this just for you. If you note, he's on a 50 mil base. The Wyvern.
I'm just trying to figure. It looks like he's on 4 25mm bases.
No, this is just a nice little rock display thing.
I see, and I noticed there's nobody out riding him.
There he is.
Oh, there he came back later. He joined him later.
He got mounted later.
Okay, so you got your right size base. That was the important
So
thing.
the point was he's on the correct size base.
There you
go. So this was deployment. I went over here in this corner. It's the standard deployment, 12 inches in, and secure the target, secure the center of the board. Hold the ground, I think.
Yeah, so you have 2 woods, a field, 2 hills, and a tower.
And tower.
Okay.
That is correct. And those guys haven't been deployed yet.
That would be the Spider Riders.
Spider Riders up there on top as those guys.
The Raiders,
correct.
yes.
You can see his guys deployed out there with his Tuskers over there on the right.
Yep.
Where they can go through the field and hurt themselves.
Yeah, that's always a nice thing.
We'll see if that works out for me.
Yeah.
The unit of one of his units of chaff over there on the left.
Right.
The other one
hiding in the woods.
He's hiding in the woods from me. I don't know why, with 72 shots, why he would be hiding from me.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's what it looks like. And there's my scouts are down. And he had first turn.
Okay.
There you can see he's moving forward. He's trying really hard to do what another one of our players does a lot, and that's manage to get most of his army behind an impassable piece of terrain.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with. But anyway, he's coming forward. Tusker Cav, of course, are
Were you playing
scary.
as impassable or were you playing as a building?
It's a building.
Okay.
But I don't think monstrous infantries can go through it. So it's kind of impassable to them.
Oh, can't Monstrous Infantry?
Not anymore.
Oh, okay. I thought Monstrous
Because now they've got the really weird building rules where you can't ever go into them.
Right. You have to pop out the other
You
side.
can go in,
yeah.
but you run through them and just pop out the other side and say, hey, you can't shoot me because I'm -2 to be hit.
Right.
Anyway, whatever.
Hope they fix that.
I won't continue bitching about that. Anyway, so he's moving up. So his units of bombardiers shoot away and blast off 7 orcs.
Yeah.
It's never pleasant. And that was about the result of his turn. But he is coming up. And like I said, those
That flag in the middle is an objective.
the flag is the center of the board, the hold your ground point.
Okay.
Those Tusker Cav, they'll just get, if they get into an orc unit, they'll just destroy it.
That's,
I mean, it'll take them a while to get through, but
yeah, but they'll munch through it. It won't take that long.
they have a lot of attacks. I think it's 7 attacks a model or 6.
And you've only got 36, 37
Yeah.
guys.
So anyway, I'm debating charging here in the flank of them. Decide I won't do it this turn. Give him another turn of relief. There we go. We just kind of shift around a little bit, and we start firing and put 2 runes on the rock.
Okay.
It's pretty good shooting.
Yeah.
2 out of it's a lot of shots though.
That's a lot of shots.
It's a lot of shots.
Put up enough strength 3, you can hurt something.
Other than that, moving on to turn 2.
Hadn't fixed the spider.
What's that?
Still got a broken leg.
He does. I actually fixed it and then it fell off again. So I tried just super glue. I need to try. I guess I gotta scrape it out and try to weld it in.
Yeah.
Turn 2. He doesn't have any charges. You can see I'm annoying him up there in the top left with my Spider Riders, just cruising along beside him. As long as I can keep ogres between me and those bombardiers.
Yes.
But again, if he turns to shoot at me, he's not shooting something else.
Right.
So you can see he's looking around. Is he coming forward? Yeah, the rock comes forward a bit. He doesn't want to get too far up with these. Not sure what he's. There you go. That's better. That was his whole movement phase. So you can see he's trying to chaff up my spiders, so I can't get both of them into his mercenaries.
Right.
And on the right, you can see he's coming forward with the Tuskers. I've got my guy over there to deal with them, but if he gets into the Orcs in that position, I can't get him because I'm in his front.
Right.
Anyway, that's his turn. Going into my turn, I think. Nope. Overall picture. Oh, he's still shooting. Look at this. So these guys shoot off two of these guys in the woods, but they're goblin spider riders. They don't care.
They're in the woods.
They're in the woods. They're in their homes. Doesn't bother them. They hold.
Surprised those things don't ignore cover.
Don't say that too loud, please. So these guys start shooting and kill off only 3 this turn, which is a relief. I'm 20 away, and I can't fail. So I go ahead and declare this charge onto the Tuskers, needing a 20, needing to roll a 12. If I fail, I'm not going anywhere.
Right.
So why not take the chance?
Right.
If he gets there, it'll rip them apart. Spiders go into this unit of chaff he's got over here on the left, or kind of in the center, I guess.
Right.
And he makes it. Of course, my wyvern does not make it, but he sets up in such a way that when he breaks them, I'm confident.
You'll hit his locker up.
Even if they run off slightly, they run off to the left, kind of, but I'll pivot into the rock. And my 3 remaining spider riders come out here, chaff these guys up, make sure they can't go anywhere. The Tuskers.
Why not a stronger angle?
I actually want him to hit me and then maybe overrun.
Right. I mean...
Oh, to the far right.
I was going to wait and angle it more, yeah.
Probably should have, but...
Yeah.
And you can see on the top part of the screen, the other spider has come up and just sat in front of his... Parked in front of his chaff.
Yep.
Because he does not... Because of where he placed him, he now does not have room for the mercenary guys to get through that gap.
Okay, so you hold them up and...
There's barely enough for him to get through that gap. So if he can declare a charge out of there, he can get through.
Right.
But on normal movement, he cannot.
And you're in shooting distance of the mercenaries, too.
And I'm within short range of the mercenaries. I'm taking a -1 penalty because there's a medium-sized guy in front of me, but fine.
Is that a -1?
Yeah, I believe so. I was taking it, whether it's...
From a large to...
Yeah, he's one size smaller than me.
He's one size smaller to a one-size target? I always have to look at that chart.
Yeah, because I know if you're all equal, it's a -2.
It's -2, yeah.
So, anyway. And... Again, bombardiers running around, so you can see my Nashers kind of hiding behind one of their big friends.
Where's the other one?
Oops.
Oh, there he is.
There he is over there on the
Okay.
left. So there you have that. It's a better picture of that. So I do blow through them. I smash them. I think they ran off to the top left, and I overran into this. We weren't. After looking at this, I probably should have hit him in the flank because I'm more in his flank than not, I think. But anyway.
Yeah, it looks that way to me.
But anyway, we left it where it was.
You might have hit that tower and made them pivot to you, too.
Yeah, I wasn't real sure how it was looking. I just said, like I said, it's a pick-up friendly game, whatever, practice. I said, how do you want to handle this? You call it.
It was close. It could have gone another way. So
actually, I think I destroyed them all. I think I killed them all.
Okay.
Which is kind of amazing.
Yeah.
It's 12 wounds. Spiders usually don't do that many.
No, usually not even
those guys.
But
I don't see them anywhere. Oh, I know what happened. He ran. I rolled, chased him, and ran him down. Yeah. So there we go. Going into turn 3. He's looking at the board. Okay. He elected not to charge me. He just shifted the Tuskers over to the left and moved the Bombardiers up and figures he'll clear me that way.
He'll blow you off.
You can see he's trying to squeak around over here on the left to get those mercenaries through, but they can't quite get through that
You're afraid
gap.
to get too close to yours.
Well, he can't get through that gap. Is the
No,
problem.
no, I mean the
Oh,
Tuskers.
well-
Phrasing it too close to your wyvern or something.
The Tuskers don't want that wyvern jumping on them.
Yeah.
Because if the wyvern jumps on them, he'll blow through. He'll probably
Yeah,
kill.
no, I was just curious about
Yeah,
the.
he'll probably kill 2 before he gets to attack.
Yeah, yeah.
Over here, I also brought my spiders up to prevent his chaff unit from moving over further to the left and,
Right.
and clearing the
Yeah,
gap
yeah,
for him.
Yeah, yeah.
So just messing with him. Anyway, so his bombardiers fire and kill 1,
That's some luck.
needing 4s to hit,
Yeah.
and they rolled a 6
Oh,
to make matters worse.
yeah.
So they're going to stick around for a while. So he's got 2 more units of bombardiers. They shoot up here and kill off 4 orcs.
More. Shrinking down your 1 orc block.
I kind of almost felt sorry for him on that one.
But not really.
No, he's playing ogres.
Yeah.
So into the Rock. Looks like I did 2 wounds to him. He did 2 wounds to me. I've got a charge. He sticks around, and after the dancing around, we end up over there.
Right.
I'm leaving the.
So you slid over
I slid over. I'm leaving
a little bit.
I think he slid over first. I slid over,
Well, you won the combat, right?
and I made him move first.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Whoever's the active player decides.
Right.
One way or another, he moved first and moved over a bit,
Yeah.
and I kind of followed him over because I also want to make sure I'm out of the. It allowed me to get out of the charge of these Tuskers, even though now I don't have to worry about it because the spider's still alive.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's the overall picture going in the bottom of 3. The Wyvern's going to try again. This time he's moved up another inch or so. It's at 11 this time, I think. And he falls off his Wyvern and can't make it. So the spiders, the remaining 2 spiders, come back over and chaff him again.
There you go.
He is not real happy about that whole situation. You can see he's still stuck over there. This time I've kind of moved off to the left with my spider, the purple spider. I decided I'd had enough torturing him. I was going to just figure out how to let him out. My spider killed his rock.
Oh wow.
In a sustained fight, I think I win
Yeah.
that all the time.
It's
Not
number-
all the time,
It's
but
a number
most
of
of the time.
attacks, but
Just sheer number of attacks and some of them getting through.
yeah, 2 rounds. That's good.
But you see, I think he's only got 2 wounds on me too. Oh, because I killed him before he could attack this round.
Right.
Anyway, he had 2 going in, so I only had to do 4 to him total.
Yeah. That's so good
and
because I mean
to add
he's tough.
to add injury to insult,
Mm-hmm.
these 2 spider riders have managed to put a wound on his tuskers as well.
It always feels nice when you like plink off those little wounds.
But it's even more when that unit has no right to be there
Yeah,
in the first
yeah,
place.
yeah.
So anyway, going into turn 4. That's what we look like, and what's he got going on here? The spider is reformed, facing out to the unit on his. He's checking out range. So he's decided to have enough, but the Tuskers don't want to do it. They don't want to get their hands dirty. The Bombardiers come in and charge them.
Okay.
His other units, his Tuskers back up. He figures now he doesn't want the spider in their flank and
Right.
the Wyvern jumping on him. So he figured to back up and try to shoot me off with these Bombardier guys
Right.
in the top of the board. And he's moved off to the left. You can see his mercenaries are starting to slip through that hole.
Mm-hmm.
He's reformed to 2 wide. So now he's got plenty of room to get through there.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll also notice where his his chaff is and where the mercenaries are facing forward
Right.
2 wide. So didn't understand that move. There we go. These guys fire and put 2 more wounds on my spider. Don't like those guys shooting up my spider. My little spider riders are finally killed. Finally, he's knocked them off the board. And there we go. There's what overall picture.
And decides not to pursue, of course.
Going into the bottom of 4. Yeah, he didn't want to run in there because I
Yep.
could send an orc
Yep.
pile at him.
or whatever.
Yeah. So there's no picture for it. So in my turn, the purple spider over on the left charges into his chaff, wins the fight, and I'm like, oh great, I'm going to overrun to the flank of those guys, and since I can't pivot, he's going to pivot and end up facing the building, which probably isn't going to hurt him, but he's not steadfast because he's only 2 wide.
Right.
Anyway, so I kill these, and the mercenaries aren't interested. Where's this? This is not this.
They ran away?
I believe they ran away.
Oh, wow.
The Tuskers got oh, this is what happened. Sorry. The get back here. Where's the good picture? There we go. I'm going the wrong way. Not helping. Back up. Okay.
I'm completely confused right now.
So I am sorry. So the Orcs, this big unit, I think this big unit Orcs declared the charge on the, what was it? Something declared a charge on these bombardiers. It's either the big Orcs or the wyvern head you see poking out down there. Charged on the bombardiers, and they fled, clipped through the back of the
Voluntarily fled?
They voluntarily fled, went through the back of the Tusker unit, and
So
despite his general and Hellfist, they fled into the field, took 2 more wounds, and lost a model.
Oh, there you go.
Must have been the Orcs because they're farther forward than they were a minute ago, and the wyverns flown over there.
Left his commander behind.
He did, because if you'll notice, he's also kind of laying there.
Yeah.
At this point, he's broken off his base, which is helpful. And the rest of my unit kind of redeploys itself over here. My other Gargantula charged into the unit of bombardiers. They fled. I failed my reroll check, ran over up here and caught him with the orange spider, because they didn't flee very far. And did not make my 6 check to reform after I caught him.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of left there hanging.
And you brought your cavalry up.
And over here on the left, you can see my purple spider fighting the mercenary. Whatever those guys are. And this is when that happened. So the purple spider beat his chaff. You can see he did the 9 wounds off there to the left.
Right.
Or 8 or whatever it was. The remaining guy fled, didn't get very far. But his mercenaries broke and ran from that combat. And between running through my spider riders and running through the big Gargantula spider, ended up taking like 6 wounds.
Ooh. Running
through 2 enemies.
Yeah, so only 3 guys left, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they got hammered going through all that stuff. It's one thing I'm trying to do more of, and that's position my spider riders.
Oh, absolutely.
When they're not doing, their other duties, to start, getting behind units in case they break.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is kind of this was a good example of it working out fairly well for me. So turn 5.
Your squid guys are good for that too.
They are.
Because they fly.
Yeah. So he said he was looking at this and said, I really don't have any. He's way behind. He's way behind in points. He's going to try to go through and blow through this unit on the hill with his main block. He needs a 14 to get to me, and he's movement 6. So what's that? An 8. His Tuskers over there on the right did not rally. Neither did his Bombardiers. And these guys made the charge. You can see there's 3, 6, 7, 8 of them. I did 2 wounds to him, it looks like.
Yeah.
And he did 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to me. Pretty bad.
Yeah.
They're really good. A lot of it came from his character, and of course the 3 impact hits. But
he gets stomps and everything.
And he gets stomps and everything else. But then when he started looking at this after it was over, he started doing some measuring. He didn't take enough wounds. So if he overruns, he's going to run into my Cave Gnasher here.
Right.
and not get quite out of the arc of that boar boy unit up there on the left.
Okay.
And you can't see him, but down here on the bottom right, just off the side of this, is where my wyvern is.
Right.
And if he gets stuck on that cave gnasher, he's of course in his arc as well.
Right.
So, based on that, he elects to reform and let him go. Because he doesn't want him in there. So at least this way he can get one of the units in his front. And get his iron fist against one of them.
Right.
So, anyway. And he chooses the boar boys. So there we have it. And you can see his other guy has not... His one tribesman up there has not rallied and is running towards my spider.
Right.
In the center of the board. And that's what we're looking like going into my turn 5, bottom of 5. So, all in. So, you see the wyvern comes into the back, the cave gnasher into the flank, another cave gnasher into the front, and the boar boy unit with the general and BSB hit him in the front as well.
What's wrong with the other boar boy unit?
They wanted to hold out there in case something really bad happened.
Yeah.
One of these units might be able to get within 6 of that center spot. I bring both the cave gnashers in because I can. The one on the front has the pan of protection pension,
Right.
and his goal is to challenge his general.
Okay.
Because if his general issues a challenge, he'll take it.
All right.
So there you have it. Just a good picture of that. And what was this? Not sure what that was supposed to be taking a picture of. There's the other side. Gargantua. His mercenaries. This is my turn. The spider with, I think he's got 3 wounds left. The Gargantula, the orange one. Can't get away from the shooting stuff. So went ahead and charged the 3 remaining mercenaries. My shooting between the other Gargantula and the Spider Riders put a couple wounds on his Bombardiers. And those 3 remaining mercenaries crushed my Spider. Actually had 4 wounds left. Put all 4 on him. Because you remember when I was telling you that poison was not an optimal choice for him?
Yeah.
Well, it's not done yet, but before the end of this game, he put 7 poison wounds on
Oh, yeah.
Gargantulas with the
Well,
poison.
he's strength 5, and was that 10, 11, 12, 13 attacks?
5 from each guy in the front.
Yeah.
So 15 on that one.
Well, it's when he got 2 in the front, right?
A minute ago, he had 3.
Oh, okay.
When
Yeah.
the spider went in, there was 3.
Yeah.
There you go.
You got one before them, though.
When I won, he reformed.
Yeah. Oh, I see. So, yeah, I mean, that's a lot of strength 5
Yeah.
attacks.
It is.
And your spider's only so tough.
So, after this fight, I mean, we kind of wrecked his unit.
Mm-hmm.
He did a couple wounds to some gnashers
Mhm.
around. See, there's 2 boar boys missing from the back.
Yep.
But that base in the back is my wyvern's stand. You can see him laying over there to the right. He's not dead. There's no wounds on him. We did 15 or 16 wounds to that unit.
I'm actually surprised he's got as many guys left as he does.
Well, the boar boys are nothing. They're not
Yeah.
doing anything.
Yeah, you get the charge off. You can do a few with that.
Yeah, they're
Your general's in there, isn't he?
general's in there. BSB's in
Yeah.
there with his great weapon.
Yeah. All
These
your
2
characters?
gnashers are in there.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but the gnashers can't fight. The one on the right did.
Because you challenged him off.
Yeah, one on the left. Yeah, the pan of protection guy. He issued a challenge with his general, hoping I would, take it, and I took it with this guy,
Right.
hoping I would take it with my general, and he would have at least a shot at killing me. But of course, down 15, he broke, ran. We chased him with all the 3 mobile units. We left the boar boys. We did not charge him with pursuing with the boar boys.
Right.
But there we go. We ran him down and killed him. And that's how it's looking going on the top of 6. Those guys on the top right, both the units are still fleeing up there toward the right, heading into the dead pile.
Yeah,
The 2 Tuskers and
and
3 Bombardiers,
Right.
I think.
in the field.
Yep. So, turn 6. Tuskers do rally. Bombardiers rally. And this guy does not. He's all by himself. He's lonely. But
He charges into the other spider.
Yes. These guys charge into my other spider. Now he's down to 13 attacks. Not quite as bad.
Yeah.
Actually, it's 14. I think he has a champ. And I've only got like 2 or 3 wounds on me. So I'm feeling really good about this.
Mm-hmm.
Bombardiers turn and shoot at my guys in the woods. They kill a couple, kill 3, and we flee. I killed one of him. Looks like I've only done 1 wound to him. I don't know how many wounds he's done to me, but I fled from that
But
combat.
you're going the wrong way.
Yeah. Anyway. And then the big orc unit shoots off the last wound off this guy on my turn, and that's kind of where it ends. The spider did not rally. The purple spider did not rally, so we got half points for that guy. He was kind of in a hurry to get out at that point.
Mm-hmm. He had enough.
Yeah, and he'd had enough, and that was it. So we didn't do any. And he had the points because I've got all 4 of my all 5 of 1, 2, 3. All 5 of my characters are all left. A spider. I got half of Gargantula, one of my big units. So, and actually my other one rallied at the edge of the board, above a quarter. So there's no points there. So anyway, we just called it at that point, and it was pretty big. So despite my fear of ogres, I'm actually starting to come up with a decent record versus them.
Yeah. Well,
so maybe I'll go back and have to post a thing of apology and talk about how broken orcs are.
Yeah.
What do you think? No?
Orcs are all about their monsters.
They are. Anyway, that's going to end it for that one. Thank you for listening.
Till next time.